Welcome to the Every Day is a New Day podcast and live show. Are you ready? Because this is Rise and Shine. Every day is a new day. The 21-day empowerment series that supports you in cultivating a habit of getting into alignment, mentally and emotionally, standing in your power and being unshakable regardless what's happening around you. Join us live on Facebook at 9 a.m. Pacific time on the Every Day is a New Day show and coaching page, or on Apple Podcasts and beyond for the replay. Let's get to it. All right. So hello and welcome to day 4 of Rise and Shine. So happy to have you here. Again, let us know in the comments, where are you joining us from? And we want to absolutely engage with you throughout today's conversation. So we're going to be looking to hearing what's going on for you and what your affirmations are and all of that. Before we get into that today, though, I want to go ahead and welcome today's guest, Debbi Dachinger. Welcome.
Thank you. I don't know. I would say woof. Grr. Grr. I'm trying to think what a dragon says. Well, I'd be flying.
You're flying.
Can I just show off my outfit real quick?
Yes, you can.
So I just want you to know, this is my onesie. So it's got a whole thing. There's my tuchus. It's got a tail. So I truly could fly. But this is how I'm showing up. This is my rise and shine.
She told me she was going to wear this onesie, and I kind of thought she was joking, but she meant it. It was awesome. So it's awesome. Okay, so before we get any further into it, let's do our alignment work. So practicing together, we're going to go ahead and just be comfortable wherever we're seated. Place one hand on your heart and just really be tuning into your body. And today we're going to pose the same question that we asked yesterday. And we're going to ask, who am I? And just listen. What is the answer that you receive when you ask that? Beyond any role that you play in your life, who are you at your core? What is the essence of who you are? And what does that feel like to be connected with the truth of who you are? And again, this is not an exact science. So it's really cultivating that habit of being aware and tuning in and learning how to trust the messages that you receive, knowing who you are at a core, soul, a deep level. And so let us know in the comments what came up for you. I'm going to go ahead and connect with today's guest, Debbi, who's doing such a beautiful job connecting. And Debbi, well, let me ask you, what comes up for you when you ask, who am I?
Several things come up. The first is I'm a healer and I'm a leader.
Yes, you are.
I also heard I'm someone who's healing a wounded heart. Very big heart, very loving heart, but it's been wounded. And life is giving me a lot of uncomfortable opportunity to continue to heal it and to recognize, I'm not fully there yet, but to continue to recognize that everything I need is actually inside, even though I've spent most of my life looking outside for it. For things to make me safe, to things to make me feel loved, to have esteem, all of that, that it's actually like here. And the final piece is, and this has been amazing for me to truly learn about myself in this recent pandemic. I'm really calm. I'm really calm and I'm really tapped in. And I got to tell you, if you told me a year ago, by the way, the world's going to shut down, and people are going to be dying and nobody can touch each other, and you're going to be sequestered all alone with a dog for like a couple of months in your house. And, you know, if people had started telling me that, I would be like, first of all, I think that's Mad Max. It's right. Like not reality. But I have been really amazed at how quickly I went from feeling a worldview about what was going on, which was a lot of fear and anxiety and oh my gods, into this, I got this. I know what's going on. I know what's happening. I know why this is for me. And I know why this is for the world, and getting tremendous downloads and being willing to shift gears and move into places I've never been before. So all of that is my soup. It is the healer leader. It is the healing my wounded heart. And it is the calm and the wisdom and the deep connection to all that is and all that I've ever been and all we've always ever been.
You are speaking such truth to, I think, what so many people are experiencing. I definitely resonate with what you just said. And let us know if you're with us live or on the replay, does that resonate for you too? And what I hear as Debbie is speaking truth to that is I like see and feel the alignment and flow piece of it, right? With us allowing ourselves to be honest with ourselves, like this is who I am, and this is my experience, and I'm going to be present with it because I know there's also something else coming, and I'm just going to be in that space. So I love it, Debbie. I love what you were saying. Let's move on to our second piece of this. What affirmation could you make for yourself today to honor yourself and continue to be in alignment in that empowerment state? That's why we're doing all this, is because the more in alignment we are, the more we can actually feel empowered in who we are. So what comes up for you for an affirmation?
Well, in the in the words of Kermit the Frog,
Okay.
what comes up for me is, why are there so many songs about rainbows? What's on the other side? Yeah, I feel like if I am fully present in this moment, and let me tell you, that's such a big deal for me. I have been a pinball machine my whole life. Bing, 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 go, this, that. Really, like 90 miles an hour here. Very difficult to calm this down for me. And I've tons of energy, same. So just being in the moment, I don't know what's on the other side, but I do know it's raining like a mofo in LA. Probably you are too. We're not that far from each other. There's going to be a rainbow. I know the world. There's a lot of tears, if you will, a lot of shedding, if you will. There's going to be a rainbow. I know I've been crying. I've been really soggy since Sunday, like raw crying. I did a Facebook Live the other day, and I just let loose and told people the truth about my life right now.
Oh.
And, you know, I think as leaders, like, we need to be doing that. We need to be speaking truth right now instead of being like insta-fab, you know? It's like, what's the real deal? And just like, here's who I really am. So I believe Kermit had it right when he said, what's on the other side of a rainbow? And if I'm in this moment, to trust that what's crying, what's coming out of me, what's coming out of the world right now is for a greater good. And there will be a rainbow.
Yeah. I love that. Yes, the rainbow. And didn't like Pete the Dragon, I mean, didn't he also have a rainbow or something?
You know, I think so. And then I'm glad you said that, because it was also Puff the Magic Dragon.
Puff the Magic Dragon. There you go.
Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu.
I love it. Okay, so we're continuing to cultivate this alignment piece. And Debbie, what would be, if, you know, for you to like really be in that alignment with what's feeling true for you, what could be your power pose for today to like further cultivate that in your body and feel it?
Oh my gosh, my power pose. Oh boy. Okay.
Show us your power pose.
Show us your power pose. All right. Well, if I was in a power pose, let me see if you could see me.
You know, I'm going to make you bigger so we can see you. Yes.
Breathing fire and flying. I would leap off of the cliff and know that I got this. And I'd be surveying the land below to decide where I want to go and where I want to be and what's mine. I would be going to my island where everything is fucking awesome.
I love it. Okay. And so for those that are with us live on the replay, what would your power pose look like? What would that feel like in your body? You know, how would you be moving your body? And it's all for you, right? I mean, love Debbie's authenticity and just being with us and sharing, you know, everything that she's doing. But like, no one has to see your power pose. It's all for you. It's all for you. So Debbie, okay. So next, what you already started to talk about things that are like self-care related. So I want to ask you, when it comes to food and like tuning into like what really feels good and is just another way that you can nourish yourself from the inside out, what foods have you identified like really feel good to you?
Oh my God, this is so funny. I've been, God, I'm born under I may have to take this off pretty soon. So I'm like smaller by the minute. I'm detoxing. So I'm a Cancerian, right? I'm born under the sun sign of Cancer. Clearly, anyone who's seeing me now, my rising is Leo. So that makes sense. But a kitchen, right, is really big for me. But I never have enough time to spend it. I've made homemade bone broth, which has been amazing for me and my dog. I mean, from scratch, taking the carcass of a chicken and cooking it. And oh my God, it's so awesome. And blending it and all that. I've made homemade lemon pops. I didn't put enough stevia in it. So
Okay.
that'll get better next time, but made from fresh squeezed lemons. I've been making cauliflower pizza, which I love. So it's a cauliflower pizza base.
Okay.
And then I cut up mushrooms, green peppers. You know, you can decide what veggies. I even had chard on mine last night. And then cheese and sugar-free tomato sauce. And it's, oh my God, it's so fulfilling. And I love avocados. That would probably be my go-to food for goodness and yumminess. That's probably the richest, fattiest, best thing I could think of. And I just want to say, like, well, people are posting all these memes of like, I started out this big, and after the virus, I'm boomba, boomba. I actually have lost 16 pounds.
What?
And it's so hilarious because nobody can see me. So only my dog and I get to look in the mirror and go, oh, you know, looking good. I'm not going to the gym anymore, but I'm taking walks with my dog. And it's funny how all of that has changed so much. But I just made a real choice at this time when people feel so out of control. The truth is, like, you know, it's the serenity prayer, right? God, give me the serenity to change the things I can and to let go of the things I cannot, and to understand the difference between the two so I know what to do, what to let go of and what to be in charge of. There's a lot we're not in control of right now, and I think that's the fear. But I also want to say there's tons we're in control of. What we put in our mouths every day, what we do or do not do with our bodies. That right now, if you feel out of control with the outside, you have tons of control about your inside and how you're showing up, like for Kim every day and being part of this. So you're feeding your mind with great things, right? Meditating, doing EFT. I do EFT tapping every day. Changes my life.
Okay. And I'm becoming a huge fan. Look at the lioness, or what would you call that? A leopard underneath?
Yeah, in dragon clothing. Oh God, please forgive me, everybody. But it's just, yeah, I can even lead us in an EFT tapping today or another day if you want. But you'd have to tell me the subject, and I'll do the tapping. And
okay,
I mean, it's really powerful. There are so many free modalities out there, and of course, you know, everybody's offering something, right?
Right.
The other thing we're in control of is, you know, the joke is, how many times have you bought an online product and never done it? And it's sitting somewhere, right? It's in cyberland, digital land, or maybe you have the physical book product. This is a great time to take it out and do these things. I'm offering, I'm literally doing things just to help people right now. And then it's perfect for going forward, right?
Tell us more about that, because you have a lot of things you're doing right now to help people.
Book writing coach, and I help people to write their book and take it to international bestseller. I help people get interviewed on radio and podcast and get results. Guess what you can be doing from home right now? So If you haven't written a book or have, this is a beautiful time while you're locked inside and can't do something. Use that time to get your dream created. You can be interviewed from your own computer or landline phone, easy peasy, and get your message out there. So what I'm doing right now, because I've done groups and privates and all sorts of things around book writing specifically, I've got a membership that's up, and it's $197 a month. Like, it is so doable, where I show up live with the group and teach them for 90 minutes, literally how to write their book and how to write a page turner. Now, because this is me fulfilling my dream and stepping into being a healer, I am
I'm sharing everybody that link, what you just talked about, the membership. It's in the comments right now.
Yeah, so it's DebbiDachinger.com. You got to spell my name right. DebbiDachinger.com/visible visionaries, because that's what you are, right? This is your time. And the second time per month, I'm bringing in a healer to clear out, shift, change all the minutia that's been holding you back in your life.
Nice.
And from creating your dreams and your projects. Whether it's just as an author, and we're wiping the slate clean and putting in place instead what you prefer, or there's other elements in your life that are really holding you back and weighing you down. So that's one of the ways. And the second way is, and this was a download from Source, who said, do an anthology on dogs. And I was so delighted to hear that. I've done them before. I produced them before, and we always go to international bestseller, and it's fully done for the authors. And so I'm offering chapters. Some of them have sold, of course. Again, a really low price point, so you can create your dream. If you don't want to do a book, you can do a chapter, and go to debbid.net/anthology. And of course, my website, if you have any other questions about other things.
And I will just say, so I have co-authored 2 books now, and I know how much work goes into it. I know how expensive it can be. And what a fantastic way to get started, by being part of an anthology where you've got the support, someone guiding you, helping you. I mean, really doing like the heavy work behind the scenes. Such a great way to get started. So I think that's awesome. And what a fun topic of dogs that, I think so many people can relate to. So those links are also in the comments here for those that are with us. And Debbie, I feel like you've already, shown us who you are. You've shown us what you do. And I'm just wondering, do you have anything in particular that when you think of like what really helps you just light up and feel amazing? You showed us your awesome dragon costume, but is there anything else that like to show and tell with us on video here? That's what I'm getting at.
Well, okay, this is going to be a lump, a big lump.
Oh, I think I know what she's getting.
Oh my God, and she's super wet because we just came back from the river. But this lump right here is Shelby the dog. Aww. She's very sleepy, so you're not going to get a lot of animation, and she doesn't understand cameras, unlike her mommy. But I will tell you that she's the most hilarious creature I've ever met. She's so docile you wouldn't know, but she is the funniest ever. And she made me snap out of it too. When I was going through can I give you some backstory?
Absolutely, yes.
All right.
Hi, Shelby.
Hi, Auntie.
Hi. Hug.
Hug.
Okay, tell us more.
Who could have predicted that all this was going to happen, right? And so literally the Sunday before the lockdown, I broke up with my boyfriend. Was it the right thing to do? Yes. Has it been incredibly painful? Because usually you'd be going out with friends and to the movies and to be on lockdown and suddenly alone, etc. After a year plus months.
Yeah.
Very tender heart. And to boot, I have 2 best friends who have decided to move, one out of country, one out of state.
Oh.
And it's been a lot of loss. plus a mom who I recently, literally just like a month before lockdown, got into a facility because she has Alzheimer's, and she is declining very rapidly while this is happening. It was a lot.
That's a lot, Debbie. Wow.
You know, it's a lot of change and a lot of loss. And so it just is. And this one got really sick in the beginning. And it was so scary because I thought, I can't, not on top of this, I cannot. So I waited a week after Shelby was throwing up and, you know, getting really sick. And I finally, you know, during the quarantine, I had to take her to a vet. We have a great vet. He did the blood test, and I had to wait a few days for the results. And he said, like, all the worst scenarios while I was waiting. Oh, it could be diabetes. It could be kidney failure. It could be, and, you know, I'm like, not wanting to hear that. So I got the blood test results back. And what are they? Normal.
Wow.
So I realized my girl feels my sadness and my loss. My girl is going out in the world and everybody's like, don't let the dog touch me. Don't let the dog come near me. Don't let the dog play with my dog. And she's very extroverted. So what she has done for me is I had to get it together. I literally had to say, my feelings are my feelings and mama's got this. And you're going to have to let me have my feelings and emote. But that ends there. You be you. You be Shelby the dog because you are pure joy. So I had to be really clear with her and not permeate this environment with my stuff, but still process. And I have to show up for her, which is awesome for me. So that means we wrestle. That means I live in a building that there's no way for her to get out. So we can race up and down hallways. And I bring her toys out in the hall, and she loves playing catch, and she brings them back. And she also has a lot of quirky things she does. She does weird shit, like she runs her whole entire body up and down the carpet, and she goes up to people's mats, and she does this really fast and then looks at me. And I mean, I can't tell you how funny she is, and she's got tons of personality. So me showing up for her so she could feel stasis and safe and know that mama's okay-ish, and that, you know, I get to have fun with her. And we've run around the parking structure that's closed so she could bark and let it out. You know, we've run up and down the street. I mean, we're just doing lots of new things that make her feel great and are bringing joy to me. So she's my very favorite, not really object, but being, like, in the world. And I get to have her, thank God, with me every day here.
I love how you shared all of that, because animals do pick up on what we're experiencing. And what a beautiful gift for you to be able to realize that and help her heal, but also how it can help you heal and be able to be more present with yourself. And I'm just seeing like this beautiful flow of one person gets to be who they are and the other person gets to be who they are, and they can coexist together. And neither is, I'm taking it beyond you and your dog, obviously. No person is more important than the other. And each person is absolutely 1000% important in their own right. And what a beautiful relationship coexistence they can have when they come together being whole. So I just wanted to highlight that.
Thank you. No, it's really true. And it's funny that you would say that, because it's like everybody's got their own reality right now. There are people who are coexisting, and I'm hearing all sorts of things, you know, like, you know, like it's a little trying to lose your space and have to deal with so many people. And then there's people like me, I'm alone. And, you know, I think what's kind of great about that is for so many of us who are alone, we're saying, maybe I really do want like a long-term partner. You know, maybe I really am willing to shift whatever needs to change inside so I show up completely for that and I attract that.
So much is coming up for everybody right now. And yeah, absolutely. Okay, something I want to do before, I'm going to pull a card, but before I get to that, I want to point out how awesome that painting on the wall behind you is. Because to me, I don't know if this is what it's for, but to me, that's reflecting the throat chakra and voice and speaking your truth. And is that what that's for? Or is there another purpose for that?
That's so cool. I love that you attach meaning to it. I really do. So I want to give credit where credit is due. If I can get this camera back. Yeah. So my friend Tom Lombrezo, who had a near-death experience and sees messages in clouds. You can check out his Facebook page. He actually, I have two paintings in my house by him, and they're both spoke volumes to me like they did to you.
Okay.
And they're beautiful. And I had a different feeling, but yours is 100% legit. This one for me, when I saw the swirl going all the way in, but it also felt concurrently out. Of course, the color, that's one of my favorite colors, is blue. But the energy is definitely infused with energy and healing. And I just want to say, like, he does many paintings in many colors. I kind of want to like plug him for a second. Tom Lumbrazo, Lumbrazo. He does sell his paintings. He's exquisite. He's an amazing human. And so it's got that energy. And if that's what it says to you, then that's your message from the painting for sure. It's really calming, but it's really reminding, I feel, at the same time.
So did he paint that as a message that he received through clouds?
We'd have to ask him.
Okay.
So I'll have to tell him to join in, or maybe we could post below. Tom Lombrezo, inquiring minds want to know.
I love it. Well, and even though it's the meaning that I received from it, I personally think it's also very fitting for you because you're all about the voice and communication. So I see that. Okay, so for everybody who's here with us, and thank you, Zulmara. Zulmara was saying that, yes, she is loving the interaction and reaction. I think that was going back to the piece about all of us being together, right? Learning how to be with ourselves and also be together in different ways, how that's showing up for us. So we're getting towards the end of today's Rise and Shine Day 4, and I'm going to end it with a card. Let's amplify the messages that have been coming through today. Let me just tune in here. And what message wants to come through? Okay, here we go. Okay, we got two. So I pulled from Louise Hay's Power Thought card deck. And, oh, I love this. Okay, so we have here this. I totally see how this relates to our conversation. It says, I turn every experience into an opportunity. And I think Debbie gave us a lot of examples of how she's doing that for herself today. Okay, and here's another one. Everything I touch is a success.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Can I speak to that? That feels really profound. Like, I just want to be with that for a second. Everything I touch is a success. So here's the deal. As metaphysicians, and I'm assuming most of your people are, right? These are spiritual people, spiritual entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and all of that, seekers, that if we create everything, and I believe we do, then what is behind a creation that says, I am shutting you in, separating you from, and forcing you to face yourself and your creations and be alone? Now, some people might say that's cruel. Only a cruel universe would do that, and dig it, because there's stuff going down that feels very frightening and cruel. You know, finances. Am I going to be okay? Will my business ever pick up? Will I ever recover? How long is this going to last? How long will okay, but bring it back to the moment and the breath. Bring it back to right now. Right now, do you have everything you need? Are you living in, do you have a roof over your head? Do you have clothes? Do you have breath? Do you have something to eat or drink should you need it in the fridge?
Yeah.
Right? Do you have this? Like, thank God for social media and phones and Zooms and Skypes, because we can connect. If this had happened 20 years ago, we couldn't.
Yep.
By phone. So even that, which is very narrow that I'm naming, there's tons. Now I want to go back to the question, because now we have the breath. And I'm just going to ask you while I talk to keep breathing and holding it for 5 counts, and then slowly letting it out, so you keep calming your being. What have you been too afraid to be or experience that you now know, I can't do this ever again. I think if there was ever a wake-up call, the earth has said no more. Source being, who we are a part of, has said no more. Life as it's been. Stop running around. Stop consuming. Stop destroying. Stop separating. And stop pretending you are not who you really are. And the
Yes.
full potency of who you be. So when things come up that feel really overwhelming, exactly what those cards say, it is an opportunity and the greatest success. Why do we turn this into the success that it truly is? Because it's begging to be healed. And it couldn't get your attention before. You were going too fast, doing too much. So outside of who you really be and pretending to be someone else. And right now, the greatest gift in the world is that you literally hit the pause button on the remote control of your life and said, I am going inside and facing this dragon. And I am saying, okay, mano y mano, womany womano, no place for me to run and hide anymore. If I just breathe through it, what is your message to me? Because I will tell you that inherent in every fear, anxiety, and wound is your greatest gift. Is loneliness.
Oh.
And can you imagine a more powerful being shut in, breaking up with a boyfriend, two best friends moving, mother in quarantine with Alzheimer's? Like how much, you want to know how much you can take? Look at your life, right? You want to know how big your message is? Look at your life. And so I'm not running. Like what is on the other side of loneliness? I'm going to tell you, for me, it's been already clear, and it continues to reveal and reveal. I have known that I'm a healer for a long time. I have not been willing to fully step into it and own it. And right now, my connection with Source is like pure alignment. Like you don't need a class, you don't need a course, you have it already. You came with it already. And lonely, really? You've never been alone, Debbie, or anybody listening. The angels right now in multitudes are with you. Your guides and counselors, you are a part of all right now. And if you created this illusion, how incredibly powerful are you? How willing are you to go that deep and become that much to stop the world in order to finally become?
Debbie, I feel all of that, and I have been so committed to ending at 30 minutes, but I was not going to stop you because I loved no, it's all good. I loved every bit of what you said, and I absolutely feel and see your the healer in you, present with us today, and it's beautiful. And I absolutely would love to take you up on your offer for a future video where we can go live and do some tapping. That would be awesome.
Okay.
And what else? There was something else in that. This is what I wanted to say. I mean, oh my goodness, like that was so awesome, Debbie, for you to share with us what this is showing for you, right? All these key people in your life that have been it's to an extent being taken away, right? Or just their presence is not as present as maybe it had been before. And this is showing you how you are not alone. And what I want to highlight about that, because for so many people, the shadow side or all those fears are really being brought to the surface, and we're being forced to look at them, right? And someone reminded me last night, and this is just true always, but how it's usually the fear that is scarier than actually looking at it. The fear of what we fear is scarier than actually, what it is that we think represents the fear. So does that resonate for you in your experience as you've been moving through this?
100%. So there's the fear, or fill in the blank, the anxiety, the loneliness, the not enoughness, the worthlessness, the I'll never be, I'll never make it, whatever it is that you feel in this space. And what it is that happens is resistance, right? Yep. Because we've made, it's okay. It's been protecting us our whole life. Certainly for me, as an example, when I was a child, this was so prevalent. I felt so alone. There was not the parents that I needed in my life. And there was not the sibling, frankly, that I needed in my life. I was terribly lonely, right? So I attributed loneliness to dying. It was akin to dying. So why would I go to loneliness? Why would I face that? So tons of resistance here, like do not go there, warning, warning, warning.
Right.
Now you're right. If we will breathe through the illusion of what we thought
There we
and
go.
meet it, like who are you? What's your message? What's your greatest fear? What lies under there? What could you be if you didn't exist? What if loneliness was an illusion? Oh my God, right?
Right.
What if we're really never, never, right? And I don't even know how, Kim, how long we've been doing this. Like, has it been a month? Has it been 2 months? I don't know how long I've been sequestered, but I feel like I lost total track of time. But it's like, I'm good. And guess what? The days I'm not good, I don't play. Homie, don't play. I pick up that phone and I have some exquisite friends all around the world. And I tell the truth and I cry and I express where I am. And then this too shall pass. It
Yes.
does. It's just energy that leaves the body.
And personally, I believe that it's all coming up for us because a brighter day lies ahead of us. I mean, we may not have the details of what exactly that's going to look like, but I think it's going to be more amazing than what so many of us may have the illusion of what it's going to look like. And as you were speaking, I thought, you know what, I'm going to pull one more card, and how fitting that this is the card that showed up. So it says, "My past is part of the richness and fullness of life."
Oh my God.
Okay, let me share the back of the card. So the back of the card says, "Without my past, mistakes and all, I would not be here today. I love myself for my willingness to learn and grow."
Whew. Word.
I know, right? Mic drop.
That is so apropos. And you know, exactly. And I want to just speak to the one thing you said, without the details of knowing what is to come. That's part of the gift.
Yes.
If your mind goes there, it's in the gutter. You couldn't possibly imagine. And if you're there, you're not in the moment, which is where the true thing is. Just bring it back, bring it back. Breath is so free and easy, and it brings you right back to the moment. There are no details. But if you wanted to imagine something, then seriously, imagine the rainbows, imagine money flowing in, imagine you've got the love of your life, or if you don't want to be in love, that's fine too, or the family of your life, whatever it is. Like I'm shit. I hope I can curse. I'm total shit at visioning. You'd think I'd be a really visible well, whatever that is. I'm not. I'm a real feeling person. So I have realized for me to try and vision the life I want, go 5 years in the future, it's never worked for me. But if I just put the adjectives out there into this yummy, magical soup, it creates the best feeling. And then you know what? The universe can create on my behalf. Angels can create on my behalf. And they will always create something with my highest soul better than I could have ever imagined, beyond my wildest dreams.
I love it. So, Debbi, thank you so much for being here, sharing everything that you've shared today. And for those that would like to connect with Debbi beyond this, we've got links in the chat here that you can connect with. You can find out more about the dog anthology she's got coming up, her new membership that she's creating as well. And it looks like she's going to close us out with her dragon onesie again, which I am loving. And Debbi, my favorite part of the end here, and I know you're gonna be game for this. I hope you're game for this. Is will you close us out with a song with the words "rise and shine" in it? And this can be anything you make up, or if you happen to know one with those words.
No, well, I don't know one with those words. So, okay. Oh Lord Jesus. If you're out there and you think you should whine, I would suggest you not incline. I promise you, you will be fine if you'll just rise and shine.
Oh, I love it, Debbi. I love that. That was beautiful and so meaningful. I love it. Debbi, thank you again for being here with us today. I really appreciate it. Everything you shared, it was very powerful and love it. So thank you to Debbi, and thank you to everyone who's been with us, whether you were here live or on the replay, whether you're over on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, any of those. Let us know what you're taking away. And remember, we are doing this for 21 days. We're probably going to tack on an extra day because yesterday got a little, the audio had an issue. So join us. We're probably going to go through the 27th every day here on the Every Day is a New Day show and coaching page. We are aligning our energy with the truth, being present in this moment because you are amazing. And this is your time to rise and shine, stand in that, feel that. You are amazing. And I just hope you will always know that. So I look forward to connecting with you again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific time. We're going to have another amazing guest. And until then, have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye. And bye, Shelby. Bye, Debbi.
Bye. Bye-bye, everybody.